Imagine the scene. It's the final of the school debating competition. One of the finalists is the head teacher's son, Andrew Kent. Each speaker is allowed to talk on the topic they've selected. What does he choose? The motion he goes for is vertical tutoring. Why Dr. Kent is wrong. At the end of the debate, there is a vote, and the whole school votes in favour of the motion, Dr. Kent is wrong. Well, believe it or not, that actually happened. And Andrew Kent, that year 7 pupil I talked about then, is now a mathematics teacher in Gloucester. I completely failed to put him off. And I can still remember how strongly at the end of year 7, when I brought in vertical tutoring with the support of my other colleagues to the school, how strongly he felt it was a bad idea. The fascinating thing was, but by the time he got to the end of his time in the school, he completely changed his mind. We've still got at home the card that he was sent by, I think it was the year 7 and 8 members of his vertical tutor group, wishing him well when he went off to study maths at Durham. Why would I stick with vertical tutoring in the face of all of that opposition going back to around about 2005, 2006? The answer is because I feel that vertical tutoring has a huge amount to offer. And in particular, that it gives us all the opportunity to experience what it's like to be part of an extended family. I can remember when we were looking at introducing vertical tutoring, and we went on a sort of fact-finding mission to a school, and it was right next to the Dartford Tunnel near London, and it was a pretty challenging school, I think it'd be fair to say. And they'd been using vertical tutoring for a few years. And when we spoke to the head teacher, that was just what they said. He said, look, it's the only chance most of us will ever get in our lives to find out what it's like to be part of a family that goes across different age ranges and, as it were, different generations in the school. And thinking about it, there's a huge amount of truth in that. I'm part of a big family myself. When we all get together, there tends to be more than 50 of us. We have to find special locations for family meetups. But one of the things that happens in an extended family is you look out for one another. I was thinking about what I did when my younger son broke down a couple of years ago. A development that was not unrelated to him putting the wrong fuel in his car. And who did I call out to help? I didn't actually try and find out the recovery services or the AA. I did later on. But what I did was I thought, it's a member of a family, lives nearby, they'll help. And that is the principle that tends to operate in families. That if there is someone else in the family who's in difficulty or needs help or support, you make that your priority and you do something to go and help and support them before you do anything else. I think that is what vertical tutoring in particular has brought to the school over the past 15 years or so. The chance for people from different parts of the school to understand one another, to hear what it's like to be in year 9 or to be in year 13, to talk to an older student about their experience of courses, to get a little bit of informal support and advice, but also to have someone when you're in the dining room or you're out in the quad or something like that, someone older perhaps, who keeps an eye out for you And it's that principle of looking out for one another, of supporting one another, of helping when you can, that underpins the whole principle of how vertical tutor groups work. Now, I was talking to year 12 this week and saying to them that as soon as the opportunity arises, we are keen to go back to vertical tutor groups. Now, obviously, we're not going to do it until the health advice and the advice from government says that that's a sensible and a reasonable thing to do. So I'm not going to say to you, okay, it's going to happen at a particular point. If it was possible to do it this term, that would be brilliant. But we will wait and hear and listen to the advice that we receive. But what I can commit us to doing is that as soon as we possibly can, it's a system that we want to return to. And it's not going to be a long assembly, and I've deliberately looked to build in time for you to have the opportunity as a group to have a chat, have a discussion. Given that the head has just said it's not something that might happen, it's something that will happen as soon as possible, what is the aspect of vertical tutoring that you are particularly looking forward to going back to? Are there any ideas you can pass on to us for ways that we can develop the system? We're not going to stick with the existing year group based tutor group, so no point suggesting that that's a way to develop things. Given that we're going to go back to the system, how could we develop it further? What ideas, what suggestions have you got about it? Perhaps talk about things that you miss from it, things that you'll look forward to when you go back to those vertical tutor groups. But I think above all else, for me, the great strength of the system we've got, as someone who believes in the values of community, is that each vertical tutor group is an extended family, and so is an expression of the values that I want to see underpinning the school. Okay, I'll leave it to you to have a bit of a discussion.